is we'll be studying about gynoecium. So today's topic is gynoecium. We'll be studying about this female reproductive part of the flower. So gynoecium is the female reproductive part of the flower. So it has a single pistil. So if it is monocarpellary or more than one pistil, we call them as multicarpellary. Okay, so the gynoecium is a collection of carpels. If they have one carpel, we call it as monocarpellary. If they have many carpels, we call it as multicarpellary. Like in case of the C example is in case of Michaelia. So Michaelia is a scientific name of champak flower. ಈ ಸಂಪಿಗೆ ಹೂವದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು tepals, it is perianth. In Michaelia champaka, ಸಂಪಿಗೆ, what you find the yellow petal-like structures, they are all perianth. ಅದನ್ನ ತೆಗೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನೋಡಿ. So carpels ಈ ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. They are spirally arranged. So this carpels are many carpels are there. So we call it as multicarpellary condition. Okay. So the carpels, if they have a single pistil, we call it as monocarpellary, or many pistils, we call them as multicarpellary. In multicarpellary, the pistils may be fused. ಈ ಕಾರ್ಪಲ್ಸ್ ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಆಸ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ lady's finger. See, 5 carpels are fused. When you take a section of the fruit, uh, the vegetable lady's finger, you can count the 5 carpels with locules, cavities. Okay, so the carpels are fused. Then in this lady's finger, it is fused to form pentacarpellary. Okay, so in multicarpellary, the pistils may be fused together. So if the pistils, if the carpels are fused, we call it as syncarpous condition. ಈಗ ಈ ಸಂಪಿಗೆ ಹೂವದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾರ್ಪಲ್ಸ್ ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿರಲ್ಲ, ಫ್ರೀ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಅಪೋಕಾರ್ಪಸ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ವೆರಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೈಕೇಲಿಯಾ ಚಂಪಕ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಚಂಪಕ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಸಂಪಿಗೆ ಹೂವದಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ದಿ ಕಾರ್ಪಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಫ್ರೀ, ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಅಪೋಕಾರ್ಪಸ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್. ಕಾರ್ಪಲ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಸಿನ್ ಕಾರ್ಪಸ್, ಕಾರ್ಪಲ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಅಪೋಕಾರ್ಪಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಸಂಪಿಗೆ ಹೂವದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಅಪೋಕಾರ್ಪಸ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು. ಈಗ ದಾಸವಾಳದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸಿನ್ ಕಾರ್ಪಸ್ 5 ಕಾರ್ಪಲ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಪೆಂಟಾ ಕಾರ್ಪಲರಿ, ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದೆಮ್ ಆರ್ ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್. ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಕಾಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಗೈನೀಷಿಯಂ ಅಥವಾ ಪಿಸ್ಟಿಲ್? ಸೊ ಥೆಲಾಮಸ್ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಓವರಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಓವರಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಓವ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆದಾಗ ಓವರಿ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ದಿ ಫ್ರೂಟ್, ಓವ್ಯೂಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ದಿ ಸೀಡ್. ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಲೆಂಡರ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಆ ಥರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್, they are going to lead to the formation of stigma. They are having pentaphed stigma. So the stigma is found in them. So these are the components of a pistil or gynoecium. They have ovary. Within the ovary, they have ovules. They have a slender style and they have stigma. In case of hibiscus, they have a pentaphed stigma. Okay. So in this slide, what did we study? So the single pistil, if they are present, we call it as monocarpellary. And if they have many pistil, as in case of champak flower, we call it as multicarpellary. The carpels, if they are fused, we call it as syncarpous. If the carpels are free, we call it as apocarpus. Apocarpus condition, you can notice it in champak flower, or we also call it as Michaelia champaka. Now, gynoecium, as I told you, the parts of gynoecium, gynoecium is also called as pistil. It is a female reproductive part. Each pistil has 3 parts. What are those? Stigma. Stigma is the place where the pollen grains are going to land and they germinate. So stigma is the landing platform for pollen grains. Style is the elongated, slender part beneath the stigma. Ovary is the basal bulged part. ಊದ್ಕೊಂಡಿರೋ ತರ ಇರೋದು ovary is the basal bulged part. Okay, you can see in this particular flower, the stigma, it is the landing platform for pollen grains. Then there is a style, which is an elongated, slender part. Beneath the stigma, there is the ovary is the basal bulged part, which has the ovules. Ovary is the basal bulged part, which has the ovules in it. So next, what you can notice is inside the ovary is the cavity, ovarian cavity, ಅಥವಾ ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು locules ಅಂತೀವಿ. okay, in which placenta is located. Arising from the placenta are the ovules. Arising from the placenta are the ovules, which we call it as megasporangia. See, inside the ovary ಡಿಸೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಇರತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ನ ನಾವು ಲಾಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಅಥವಾ ಕ್ಯಾವಿಟಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲಾಸೆಂಟಾನು ನೋಡ್ತೀರಾ. Arising from the placenta are the ovules. Okay, ovules are called as megasporangia. Anthers are called as microsporangia. ಈ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ನ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನೀಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ದಿ ಓವ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಸ್ಪೊರಾಂಜಿಯಾ, ಮೆಗಾಸ್ಪೊರಾಂಜಿಯಾ, ಮೈಕ್ರೋಸ್ಪೋರ್, ಮೇಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಮಿಟೋಫೈಟ್, ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಮಿಟೋಫೈಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. So you should be in a position to write it. So the ovules are also called as megasporangia. The number of ovules in a ovary may be one. Wheat, paddy, mango nalli one irate. Only one ovary per one ovule per ovary. Many ovules are found. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಪಪಾಯ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಬೀಜಗಳೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಮೆನಿ ಓವ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಫೌಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ಪಪಾಯ, ವಾಟರ್ ಮೆಲನ್, ಆರ್ಕಿಡ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ವೆರಾಸ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮ್ಯಾಂಗೋ, ನೀವು ಮಾವಿನ ಹಣ್ಣು ತಿಂದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದೇ ಬೀಜ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಒನ್ ಓವರಿ ಒನ್ ಓವ್ಯೂಲ್. ಒನ್ ಓವರಿ ಮೆನಿ ಓವ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪಪಾಯ, ಮಸ್ಕ್ ಮೆಲನ್, the watermelon, orchids, they have many ovules. So remember about them. ಈಗ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೆಗಾಸ್ಪೊರಾಂಜಿಯಮ್ ಆರ್ ಓವ್ಯೂಲ್, ಇದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವ್ಯೂ ತುಂಬಾ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟು. ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಲೇಬಲಿಂಗ್ ಕೊಡದೇ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ನೀಟಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ನಿಮ್ಮ CET-ನಲ್ಲೂ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, but without labeling. Instead, they would be giving A, B, C, D. So you have to identify the correct namings of A, B, C, D and mark the answer. Diagram oriented questions ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So ಈಗ ಈ diagram ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ನೀವು, you can see that the placenta gives rise to funicle. The point at which the funicle and the ovule, they are meeting, we call that as hilum. So they have two integuments. See, this ovule is anatropous ovule, okay, and they are having two integuments. So they are uh, outer integument and inner integument. After fertilization, outer integument forms testa, inner integument forms tegmen. So they have two integuments, outer and inner integuments, which is enclosing this nucellus. So nucellus is a nutritive tissue. Within the nucellus, you have this embryo sac. Embryo sac, towards the micropylar region, they have the egg apparatus. Towards the chalazal region, they have the antipodal cells. So the integuments are going to leave a microscopic space, which we call it as the micropylar pore. This region is also called as micropyle. The region opposite to the micropyle, we call it as chalazum. So towards the micropylar region, you find the egg apparatus. Egg apparatus ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು synergid ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು excel ಇರುತ್ತೆ. And towards the chalazal region, you find the three antipodals. Towards the chalazal region, you find the three antipodals. Centrally, secondary nucleus ಇರುತ್ತೆ. We'll discuss about that later. But anyway, structure of megasporangium or ovule, you have to remember this. See, ovule is attached to the placenta by a stalk, and that stalk, what do we call it as? Funicle. So funicle attaches the ovule with the placenta. The junction between the body of ovule and the hilum, this boundary, that is the junction between body of the ovule and funicle, we call that junction as hilum. Each ovule has one or two protective envelopes. In the diagram that we have, it has two protective envelopes. So the integuments, the outer integument and inner integuments, and they have a small opening. The integuments have a small opening, and that small opening, we call it as micropylar pore. So that region where this micropylar pore is there, we call that region as micropyle. What is the region opposite to micropyle? The region opposite to micropyle, we call it as chalaza. Okay. Opposite the micropylar end is the chalazal, or the basal part region you notice. So enclosed within the integuments, there is a mass of cells called as nucellus. ನೋಡಿ ಎಂಬ್ರಿಯೋ ಸ್ಯಾಕ್ ಆಚೆ ಇರುವಂತದನ್ನ ಆ ರೀಜನ್ ನ ನ್ಯೂಸೆಲ್ಲಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. They have a mass of cells called nucellus. It contains reserve food material. Nucellus is nutritive in function. It contains the reserve food material. ಈ nucellus ಒಳಗೆ embryo sac ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Within the nucellus, you find the embryo sac or female gametophyte. See, pollen grain is a male gametophyte. Embryo sac is the female gametophyte. ಇದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಈ ನೀಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಸಿ ಇ ಟಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. So the female gametophyte part of angiosperm plantis, nucellus, integuments, the embryo sac. So then you have to write the answer as embryo sac is the female gametophyte. So an ovule generally has a single embryo sac. ಈಗ ನೀವು ಯಾರು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಈ ಟೊಬ್ಯಾಕೊ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಎಂಬ್ರಿಯೋ ಸ್ಯಾಕ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಓವ್ಯೂಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಎಂಬ್ರಿಯೋ ಸ್ಯಾಕ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಒಂದೇ ಎಂಬ್ರಿಯೋ ಸ್ಯಾಕ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಒಂದೇ ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So you can understand that concept now better. An ovule generally has a single embryo sac formed from a megaspore. Okay, an ovule will generally have a single embryo sac formed from a megaspore. How this embryo sac is formed, we'll be studying this in two steps: megasporogenesis and megagametogenesis. Are two steps na ನಾವು ಕಲಿತೀವಿ. An ovule generally has a single embryo sac formed from a embryo from a megaspore. ಈಗ ಮೆಗಾಸ್ಪೋರೋಜೆನೆಸಿಸ್ ಕಲಿಯೋಣ. See, one of the cells in the nucellus, they are going to differentiate to form megaspore mother cell. One of the cells in the nucellus, they are going to differentiate to form the megaspore mother cell. So in the first diagram, the megaspore mother cell, this diagram is given in your textbook. So the first diagram is the megaspore mother cell. One of the cells within the nucellus, you can see the surrounding nucellus. They increase in size, they have a large nucleus. So that differentiated cell, we call it as megaspore mother cell. This megaspore mother cell, it's a large cell containing dense cytoplasm and prominent nucleus. This megaspore mother cell, now it undergoes reduction cell division to produce 4 megaspores. 4 megaspore ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಮೆಗಾಸ್ಪೋರ್ ಟೆಟ್ರಾಡ್. ಸೊ ಇದು ಲೀನಿಯರ್ ಟೆಟ್ರಾಡ್. ನೀವು ದಿ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಸಾ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಸ್ಪೋರ್ ಪೋಲನ್ ಗ್ರೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟೆಟ್ರಾಹೆಡ್ರಲ್ ಟೆಟ್ರಾಡ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲೀನಿಯರ್ ಟೆಟ್ರಾಡ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಅರೇಂಜ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಅ straight line. So this megaspore tetrad is formed from the megaspore mother cell. So what is megasporogenesis? It is a process of formation of megaspores from the megaspore mother cell. Okay. So this out of these 4 megaspores, only one of them is going to be functional and the others are going to be non-functional. 4 megaspores produce ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು 4 functional ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು functional ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so that you notice that monosporic type of embryo sac ಅಂತೀವಿ. So only one megaspore is functional. So in majority of flowering plants, one megaspore is functional while the others three degenerate. The functional megaspore, they develop into the female gametophyte. So this functional megaspore, they undergo megaspore gametogenesis. Megaspore gametogenesis. So they are within this female gametophyte, they undergo division. See, megaspore is already haploid. They undergo divisions to form the embryo sac. So the functional megaspore develops, the single functional megaspore develops into the female gametophyte. The embryo sac formation from a single megaspore, we call this type of embryo sac formation from a single megaspore, we call it as monosporic development. Now, the megaspore, which has a nucleus, they undergo mitotic cell division. To form two nucleus, they move towards the opposite pole. The megaspore undergoes the mitotic cell division to form two nucleus which moves towards the opposite pole. There is no cross wall formation. Now this nucleus which are in the opposite poles, they undergo one more cell division, one more mitotic cell divisions to form four cell stage. Two-celled megaspore, four-celled, four nuclei megaspore it is. So two nuclei are in the micropylar region, two nuclei are in the chalazal region. Now again they undergo one more cell division. So totally there would be towards the micropylar end four nuclei. So ಅದನ್ನೇ ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, two-celled embryo sac, four-celled embryo sac, eight nucleate embryo sac, two nucleate embryo sac, four nucleate embryo sac, eight nucleate embryo sac. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ವಾಲ್ ಆಗದೆ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ದೇ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಸೆಲ್, ದೇ ರಿಮೈನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಏಟ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೇಟ್ ಎಂಬ್ರಿಯೋ ಸ್ಯಾಕ್, ದೇ ಗೆಟ್ ದೆಮ್ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸ್ಡ್. ಆರ್ಗನೈಸ್ಡ್ ಅಂದರೆ ದೇ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ a cell with each nucleus entering a cell. So three of the nuclei in the micropylar end, they develop to form the egg apparatus. Egg apparatus has a centrally located egg surrounded by two synergids. Synergids have filiform apparatus. Okay, so the one of the nuclei they move towards the center. Some from both the poles, from the micropylar region as well as the chalazal region, one of the nuclei from each of this region, they move towards the center. And these nuclei towards the chalazal region, they are going to form the antipodal cells. So the nuclei towards the micropylar region, they form the egg apparatus. What is egg apparatus? Egg apparatus equals centrally located egg cell and two synergids. Okay. Then towards the chalazal region, the three nuclei are going to form the antipodal cells. And at the center, you find two polar nuclei. Later, this polar nuclei fuse to form secondary nucleus. So ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಬೈ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. The nucleus of functional megaspore, they divide mitotically to form two nucleate embryo sac. Okay, the nuclei again undergoes one more uh, mitotic cell division to form four nucleate embryo sac. And this four nucleate embryo sac again undergoes one more cell division, mitotic cell division to form eight nucleate embryo sac. So these divisions are free nuclei, that is, nuclear divisions are not followed by cytokinesis or cell wall formation. So after the eight nucleate stage, the cell walls are laid down, leading to the organization of the typical female gametophyte. So embryo sac is a typical female gametophyte in which towards the uh, micropylar region, they have egg apparatus with a centrally located egg surrounded by two synergids. And in the chalazal region, they have three antipodal cells. Okay, so after the eight nucleate stage, the cell walls are laid down, leading to the organization of the typical female gametophyte. Six of the eight nuclei are surrounded by cell walls and organized into cells. The remaining two nuclei, that is polar nuclei found in the central cell, they are situated below, they remain as they are, and they are situated below the egg apparatus in the large cell, central cell. They do not undergo immediate fusion. They are not going to form cellular structure also. So a typical mature embryo sac, this is the diagram of a mature embryo sac, which is given in your textbook also. Towards the chalazal region, they have three antipodals. So a mature embryo sac has seven nuclei, eight nucleate and seven celled. See how many nucleus are there? Eight nucleus are there and seven celled. You should also take into account the central cell having the polar nuclei. So three cells are grouped at the micropylar end to form egg apparatus. Egg apparatus consists of two synergids with finger-like structures, which we call it as filiform apparatus, and they have a centrally located egg cell. Synergids have special cellular thickenings at the micropylar tip called as filiform apparatus. And this filiform apparatus, what is its function? It guides the pollen tube into the synergids. The function of filiform apparatus is to guide the pollen tube into the synergids. The three cells which are at the chalazal end, they are called as the antipodals. The large central egg has the two polar nuclei. So this is what you have to remember. They are 8 nucleate and 7 celled. A typical mature embryo sac is 8 nucleate and 7 celled. ಇದನ್ನ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ 8 ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, 7 ಸೆಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ. So formation of female gametophyte in brief. ನೀವು ನೋಡಬಹುದು one of the cells in the nucellus, they form the microspore mother cell. They undergo meiosis to form megaspores. See, megaspore mother cell undergoes meiosis to form megaspore. See, in the embryo sac development, you should use the term megaspore. In pollen grain development, you should use the term microspore. So this is megasporogenesis. After this megasporogenesis, so four megaspores irate, only one of them becomes functional. So this is called as the functional megaspore. The functional megaspore undergoes mitotic cell division to form two-celled two nucleate embryo sac. This two nucleate embryo sac undergoes one more mitotic division to form four nucleate embryo sac. And this four nucleate embryo sac undergoes one more mitotic cell division to form the eight nucleate embryo sac. Now the organization of the cellular components of the eight nucleus takes place. Towards the micropylar region, there is a formation of egg apparatus, centrally located egg cell surrounded by two synergids, and towards the chalazal region, three antipodals are formed. And one of the nuclei from the micropylar end and one of the nuclei from chalazal range, they come towards the center, and we call it as polar nuclei. These are found within the central cell. So this is what I wanted to discuss for today's topic of it. Okay. ಸೊ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಏನೇನು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ. ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಯು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಇಟ್? ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎನಿ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್? Do you have any doubts? So I'll again repeat this topic once more also.